Hi, Coach Alina here. I want to talk with you about the habits that we're creating. Healthy habits, that's what we work on. And we have all different areas of health. We talked about that last week. The high fives to health, right? The sleep, the mindset, the movement, the nutrition, hydration, making sure you have healthy surroundings too. Like those are good things to focus on as far as categories to create healthier habits in. And so I want you to do kind of a checkup on yourself to kind of see what areas you're wanting to work on next. What are you ready to move forward in? That's what we've been talking about in elements 1 and 2 in your life book. And this week we're moving on to element 3. And element 3 is all about, okay, let's put this into action. Let's put this into play, what we're going to be doing. And so Dr. A gives 4 steps in here that are super helpful. And like, I'm going to read through them, but you're going to need to go into your book. 74 is the page that you need to get to for element 3 to begin. I'm reading on page 78 right now. But even if you haven't even looked at your life book, if you haven't opened it up, like this is the week to do it. Open it up and just start with element 3. Like just do that with us this week. On Wednesday night, the webinar is going to talk more about it too, and that'll be really good to listen to. But these 4 things are going to be helpful for you to really have success with creating habits in your life. And a habit is something that you don't have to think about. It is the new way that you do things. It has become normal to you, right? And we want to become healthy people with healthy habits that become normal to us so that we don't have to white knuckle through life. We can have more freedom and more peace as we go through our life living healthily, and it makes it easier for us. So that's really how you have true success and why we focus on creating healthy habits so much. So step 1, use structural tension to organize your micro habits. And again, I would be happy to talk with you to personalize through any of these steps to help you in your own journey. If you don't know what structural tension is, it really explains it well in this chapter. So go ahead and read through that. Really like page 78 through 86 or 7 or something like, no, more than that, 88, 89, 90, yeah, around there. That is going to be telling you all of these different steps in detail so that you can really know what they are. So take your time, take a couple of weeks to go through this chapter and just focus on one of those steps at a time and let it sink in. So step 1, use structural tension to organize your macro habits. And that's going to be helpful for you to realize how you can find things to pull you towards your goal that you are like excited about to continue working on creating these habits. Step 2 is setting up a habit loop for a specific habit of health. So as you do this kind of checkup on yourself with all the areas of health, you might find an area that you are ready to level up in or that you want to put more focus on. And that is going to be helpful for you to be able to set up a new habit loop, something specific that you can do. And it teaches you in this element how to do that, how to set up a habit loop with a cue, a routine, and a reward, and have that system in place to help you to be successful. So read through that to learn more about that habit loop. Step 3 is to identify the micro habits to install. And I've talked before about macro habits and micro habits. Micro habits are the small stepping stones that get us to improve the macro habit, which is kind of the bigger habit that we're working toward. And it talks more about that in here also. So it is such a great element. I can't emphasize it enough. Please, please, please work through this over the next couple of weeks. Step 4, connect present action to immediate and long-term rewards. So when you are creating these habit loops, you want to make sure that in order to stay motivated, you need to have a reward, but not just the long-term reward of saying, oh, after I lose these 60 pounds and after I, reach that far off point, then I will be a healthy person. And, it's like, well, we want to be able to install healthy nutrition habits and hydration habits and movement habits and sleep habits, right? So those are all the different things that we're working on along with mindset. And it's good to find an immediate reward that can be there for us, that we can identify and focus on, that helps us continue to make those changes and work on those habits day after day. And so that it tells you about that more in this chapter also, and how to be able to identify those immediate rewards. And it's not like it's really hard to identify once you get the hang of it. Once you start trying to do it, you're really going to figure that out, that, oh yeah, like I feel great when I get enough sleep. Like I know I have more energy that next morning and I'm able to have a more productive day. So you don't have to wait until months down the road when it's a habit, I'll feel great. But just, I know that, when I go to sleep on time, then I get my 8 hours in, then I am going to have more energy in the morning. And that's a more immediate reward. You can feel that right away when you wake up and you've slept well. And so you can identify that to yourself. A more immediate reward is, I like the way my sheets feel. Like they're so soft. I have awesome sheets, or so I want to get into my bed and lay down and go to sleep. Just those types of immediate rewards that you can identify. So it helps you to, in the moment, have that desire to make that, change of routine or change of habit that you're working on. So anyway, these are just some examples, but this gives so much more in this element. So I encourage you to go through that and reach out to me if you'd like to have a coaching session about these specific things and how to implement new habits in your life. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.